Stop scrolling. Just for a second, stop. Because what I'm about to share with you, the cards literally would not let me begin anywhere else. There is someone in your life right now, someone who has been orbiting your energy, your world, your thoughts, and they are this close to breaking open. This close. And the thing is, you might already feel it. That strange electricity when they're near you. That sense that something is hovering, just beneath the surface, unsaid. Like a word stuck at the tip of someone's tongue that never quite makes it out into the air. That's exactly what the cards are showing me right now. And if you've been wondering why this particular person has felt so charged lately, why something feels like it's building between you two, you're in exactly the right place. Because Spirit brought you here for a reason. What I'm picking up on is a moment. A specific moment that already happened between you and this person. A real, physical, tangible moment where the two of you were together, and they were standing right there in your presence, and something inside them was screaming. Absolutely screaming. Say it. Say it now. This is your chance. And they didn't. Have you been feeling like something's been left unfinished between you two? Like a conversation that got started but never quite landed? If you're nodding your head right now, keep watching. Because the cards are going deep into this person's energy today, and what's coming through is honestly, a lot. We're going to be using the tarot alongside some channeled messages, whatever Spirit wants to bring through, and I'm already feeling the energy around this strongly. So let's go in together. So let me paint you a picture of what I'm seeing, because Spirit is being very specific here, and I want you to really feel into this. I'm seeing the two of you together. And from the outside? It looked completely normal. Easy, even. Maybe you were just chatting about something light, nothing heavy, nothing serious. Maybe there was some laughter involved. A smile. One of those breezy, effortless exchanges where everything on the surface looks perfectly calm. But inside this person? Oh, it was anything but calm. Inside of them, there was an absolute storm happening. Like, imagine the ocean on a clear sunny day. From the shore it looks peaceful, beautiful even. But underneath the surface? The current is wild. That's what was going on inside this person while they were standing there talking to you like everything was totally fine. They were thinking, I have to tell them. I can't keep carrying this around. I have to just say it. And they almost did. They genuinely, truly almost said it. I'm literally hearing the words, just say it, like a voice inside their chest pushing them forward. And then, right at the very last second, something stopped them. Their throat closed up. Their nerve cracked. And whatever they were about to release into the world just got swallowed back down. And now? It's eating them alive. Because what they were holding back wasn't small talk. This wasn't some casual thing they almost mentioned. What they were about to say to you is something they've been sitting with for a while now. Something they've wanted to get off their chest, something that, if they'd said it, would have moved things between you two forward in a really significant way. They know that. That's part of what makes it so hard for them to carry. Now here's what's really interesting about this person, and this is where Spirit is giving me something quite specific about who they are energetically. This is not someone who typically struggles with confidence. That's what I keep feeling. Like, in most areas of their life, around most people, they have a certain ease about them. A composure. Maybe even a kind of natural magnetism or charm. They're used to feeling in control of how they come across. But you? You completely dismantle that. And I don't mean that in a dramatic way, I mean it in the most human and vulnerable way possible. The minute they get around you, something shifts in them that they genuinely cannot explain. They go from completely composed to completely undone, almost instantly. Have you ever noticed them acting slightly different around you than they do with everyone else? A little more fidgety, maybe? A little more careful with their words? Like they're almost trying too hard to seem normal? That's not a coincidence. That's what happens when someone's feelings have grown so big they can no longer fully hide them. And Spirit is showing me something really beautiful here, almost a little poetic, actually. I'm seeing in my mind's eye a strawberry. And it's been dipped, first in warm, silky melted chocolate that just coats it completely, and then dipped again into something that hardens into a shell. Like that magic chocolate shell you pour over ice cream that goes from liquid to solid in seconds. Rich. Indulgent. Almost impossible to resist. When I receive a symbol like that, here's what it means energetically: this person finds you completely irresistible. Your energy, your presence, the way you carry yourself, to them, it's like something they want to just savor. Something they want to take their time with. Something almost dangerously delicious. If these messages are speaking to your soul right now, drop a little strawberry emoji or a heart in the comments, just so I know this is landing for you. Strawberry. But here's the clever thing: Spirit just added to that symbol, and I thought this was genuinely beautiful. Even the most delicious thing, eaten too fast or without care, can get messy. And that's exactly how this person feels about diving fully into what they feel for you. Like, if they go all in, if they actually say the thing, it might get messy. Emotionally messy. And they're not sure they know how to handle that kind of vulnerability. So they keep pulling back. Right to the edge, and then back again. Let's pull into the cards now, because Spirit wants to get even more specific, and the tarot is confirming everything that's been coming through so strongly. The first card showing up for this person is the Six of Swords. And this card is so telling when it comes to their behavior around you. The Six of Swords is about moving away from turbulence. Stepping back from something that feels emotionally overwhelming. And for this person, that something is you. Not in a negative way, please hear me on that. But in the way that your presence genuinely overwhelms their system. Like their nervous system just cannot compute being around you without going into a kind of beautiful chaos. So what do? They retreat. They pull their energy back. Maybe they even physically left a situation, made an excuse to go, found a reason to step away, because staying meant risking completely losing their composure in front of you. And they are not ready to be that exposed. Not yet. Here's what Spirit is showing me about that specific moment when they were with you last. They looked at you, really looked at you, and something struck them. Something about you caught them completely off guard. Maybe it was the way you laughed. Maybe it was something quirky and unexpected about you, the way you dress, the way you phrase things, some little detail that is so uniquely you that it hit them like a wave. I'm actually seeing something specific here, like funky, playful socks. Or a quirky accessory. Something that most people might overlook but that this person absolutely zeroed in on. And it's stuck with them. It's filed away in their memory like a precious little detail they keep returning to. Do you have something like that about you? Some little signature quirk that makes you you? Because this person notices every single one of them. And not just notices, they treasure them. They replay them. They're building a whole private collection of little things about you. And every new detail just deepens whatever this is they're feeling. Because here's the theme that keeps coming through, and Spirit is being really consistent about this: you have this quality about you that is both incredibly warm and incredibly magnetic at the same time. Like you're nurturing and welcoming, but also completely captivating. Like you draw people in without even trying. And for someone who's used to being the one in control of their own heart, that is terrifying. I'm seeing the energy of the Devil card flickering in here, and before anyone panics, this isn't about anything dark. In this context, the devil is about obsession. Addiction. That feeling of being so pulled towards something that you almost can't help yourself. That is what you've become for this person. They're addicted to your energy. They come around you and they get their fix, and then they pull away, and then they're drawn right back in again. It's almost like they can't break the cycle even when they try. Your energy lingers with them long after you've parted ways. Long after the conversation ended. Long after they walked away. You stay. And then we have the Knight of Cups coming in, and this is such a rich card for this reading. The Knight of Cups is the romantic. The dreamer. The one who leads with their heart even when their head is telling them to slow down. This energy is either very much you, someone who is open, emotionally expressive, someone who loves connection and romance naturally, or it's them. Or honestly, it could be both of you, which would explain why this whole situation feels so charged. Because when two people both carry that kind of emotional depth, the connection doesn't stay surface level for long. It can't. And this person is feeling that. They're feeling the weight of what's building between you, and it's making them replay every single moment you've shared. Every word. Every glance. Every almost said thing. Like a song stuck on repeat inside their mind, except the song is you. And then Temperance walks in, and oh, this card makes so much sense right here. Temperance is about trying to find equilibrium. Trying to recalibrate after something has knocked you off center. And that's exactly what this person is attempting to do right now. They're trying to gather themselves back up. Trying to find their footing again after that moment, that pivotal, almost said everything moment, left them feeling completely thrown. They're frustrated with themselves. I'm hearing a kind of internal dialogue that sounds something like, why didn't I just say it? I had the moment. It was right there. What is wrong with me? And because of that frustration, the next time they're around you, it's going to be even more intense. They might hold eye contact a beat longer than feels normal. They might start to say something and then visibly stop themselves. You might catch them staring, and the second your eyes meet theirs, they'll look away like they've been caught doing something they shouldn't. Watch for that. Because it's coming. Spirit is also bringing through some confirmations that I want to share quickly, just see what resonates for you personally. There's an image of someone drinking herbal tea, angel wings nearby, the number 14, someone could have been born on the 14th, or the 14th of a month holds significance. There's something around yoga, meditation, or a really mindful spiritual practice. These could apply to you or to this person, just take what fits. And then, oh, this is lovely, I'm seeing wine and roses. Like someone wanting to do something genuinely, beautifully romantic. And Spirit is saying this person has thought about doing something romantic for you. They've imagined it. Planned it even, in their head. They just haven't found the courage to make it real yet. But they're working on it. If this reading is hitting home for you, if you know exactly who this is about, please give this video a like and drop something in the comments. It genuinely helps this message reach the people who need it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would absolutely love to have you here as part of this community. Because we're not done. Not even close. This energy? It only gets more intense from here. Alright, let's keep going because Spirit is not letting up on this energy, and honestly, I don't want it to. Because what's coming through now is getting deeper. More layered. More revealing. We have the King of Pentacles stepping forward. And this card is bringing through some really grounding, stabilizing energy, but in the most meaningful way. Because the King of Pentacles isn't just about material things or financial security. At his core, this king is about wanting something that lasts. Something real. something you can build on. And that is exactly what this person wants with you. They're not looking at you like a fleeting thing. They're not thinking about you the way you think about something temporary or casual. No, when they think about you, they're thinking about continuity. About what something real with you could actually look like. And that depth of feeling is part of what's making them so nervous, because the stakes feel incredibly high to them. This could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn energy, sun, moon, or rising. Either yours or theirs. There's also something coming through about travel. This person may move around quite a bit. Hotels, airports, big cities. I'm hearing New York specifically, and then Dubai, like a cosmopolitan, well-traveled energy. They could work in an industry that keeps them on the move, or they simply love exploring the world. Maybe there's even a connection to wine, fine dining, or hospitality, like they genuinely appreciate the finer, more indulgent experiences life has to offer. But here's what's so fascinating about all of that. Someone with that kind of confidence, that kind of worldly, grounded, I've been around energy, completely falling apart around you. Doesn't that say everything? Because that's what keeps coming through over and over again in this reading, and I want to make sure you really absorb this. This person, who normally navigates the world with such ease and self-assurance, they lose that completely in your presence. And I don't just mean emotionally. I mean physically. Their body starts telling on them the moment you're near. Spirit is showing me the physical signs, and these are so specific. Watch for them. They might start fidgeting in ways they don't even realize. Tapping a foot. Running a hand through their hair. Shifting their weight. Their eyes might dart around, like they're not sure where to look because looking directly at you for too long feels like standing too close to something radiant, almost blinding. They might blush. Even if they're trying desperately not to. And here's the one that's the most telling, they look at you when you're not watching. When your attention is somewhere else, their eyes find you. Immediately. Naturally. Like a compass finding north. But the second you turn toward them, they look away. Suddenly very interested in something across the room. You've felt that, haven't you? That sensation of being watched, and then turning to find them looking just slightly away from you? That's not coincidence. That's someone who is deeply, quietly, almost helplessly drawn to you, and doing everything in their power not to show just how much. Now let's go into the cards again because Spirit wants to split the deck open and go even deeper. And what comes up is the Nine of Swords. Oh. If there was ever a card that captured the internal experience of this person when it comes to you, it's this one right here. The Nine of Swords is the card of the mind that won't quiet down. The thoughts that spiral at 2 in the morning when everything is dark and still and there's nothing to distract you from what you're really feeling. It's the card of replaying. Reviewing. Going over and over something, trying to find the moment where it all went differently. And that is exactly what this person is doing with you. Late at night, or in those quiet, unguarded moments of the day, you show up in their mind uninvited. They're not sitting down and choosing to think about you. You just appear. While they're making coffee. While they're driving somewhere. While they're in the middle of doing something completely unrelated to love or connection or you. And then suddenly, there you are. Your laugh. Something you said. The way you looked at them. That moment, where they almost said the thing and didn't. It haunts them a little. Not in a painful way necessarily, but in that bittersweet way that only comes when something means a great deal to you and you're not quite sure what to do with it yet. And Spirit is adding the most beautiful little detail here, and I find this so tender, honestly. I'm seeing an image of this person eating something sweet. Something fragrant and ripe. And as they're tasting it, really savoring it, Something about the smell, the sweetness, the texture of it just pulls you straight into their mind. Just like that. Out of nowhere. And they stop. And they think, why does everything remind me of them? Have you ever been so consumed by feelings for someone that ordinary, everyday moments just kept looping back to them? A song comes on the radio. A smell drifts by. You see a color they would have loved. And suddenly that person is standing right there in your mind, as vivid and present as if they were in the room with you? That is what you are for this person right now. You have become woven into the fabric of their ordinary days without them even giving you permission to do that. And that is what's frightening them. Because they've never had someone take up that kind of space in their inner world before, not like this, not with this intensity, and they genuinely don't know what to do with it. So if you've been asking yourself, why did they pull back? Why did they hesitate? Why did they get so close and then retreat? Here is your answer, love. It's not because they don't feel it. Trust me, they feel it. They feel it so strongly it's practically vibrating out of them. It's not disinterest. It's not indifference. It's not you misreading the situation. It's that what they feel for you is bigger than what they know how to handle right now. And someone who is used to being in control of their emotions suddenly finding themselves completely out of their depth, that's a vulnerable, disorienting experience. They panicked because this is real to them. And real things are scary. Okay, Spirit is stepping forward now with some very direct channeled messages, and these came through so specifically that I just have to deliver them exactly as they're arriving. So take a breath, open your heart, and receive what's meant for you here. The very first thing that came through? Touch me. And before you read that any kind of way, let me explain what Spirit is showing me around those words. Because this isn't just about physical desire, although that is absolutely present here. What this person is craving is contact. Real, genuine, human contact with you specifically. They want to be close to you. They want to close the distance, literally and emotionally. They're thinking about what it would feel like to hug you. To hold your hand. To exist in your physical space without the barrier of all this unspoken tension sitting between you. They want to know what it feels like to just be with you. Fully. Without holding back. And yes, they are physically drawn to you in a way that goes beyond just finding you attractive. It's deeper than that. It's like their whole body orients toward you when you're nearby. Like some gravitational pull they didn't ask for and can't seem to switch off. Now Spirit is getting very specific about you, your energy, your physical presence, how this person actually sees you when they look at you. And I want you to really let this in as I say it. Don't deflect it. Don't minimize it. Just receive it. You have beautiful eyes. This is coming through so strongly. Your eyes are one of the first things this person noticed about you, and they keep coming back to them. There's something about the way you look at people, the way your eyes communicate even when you're not saying a word, that this person finds completely captivating. Like your eyes tell a whole story that they want to sit down and read slowly, cover to cover. And you may actually hear this fairly often from people in your life, that your eyes are striking, that there's something magnetic about your gaze. Because it's not just this person who notices. But for them, it hits differently. It hits personal. There's also something coming through about your arms, which I found surprisingly specific, but Spirit is insistent. You have lovely arms. Maybe they're strong, maybe they're graceful, maybe it's just the way you use them when you talk or gesture, but this person notices. This person is very aware of your physical presence in ways they probably haven't admitted to anyone. And then these channeled message cards just kept coming, one after another, and I want to walk through them because they're painting such a vivid picture of how this person thinks and feels about you. You always know the right words to say. This one made me smile because there's something almost ironic about it. Here they are, completely tongue-tied around you, and meanwhile you just naturally know how to show up in conversation. You're not awkward around them the way they're awkward around you. You're just yourself. Easy and natural and you. And somehow that makes it even more disarming for them. Because they can't even use nervousness as an excuse when you're standing there being completely effortless. You are fetching. You capture their interest. Everything about you pulls their attention. It's not one specific thing, it's the whole composition of you. The way you move through a room. The way you engage with people. The warmth you carry. The confidence that isn't arrogant but is just quietly, solidly there. You're their flame. Spirit brought through something that reminded me of that feeling of being so drawn to someone it almost feels like heat, like you're a source of warmth that this person keeps gravitating toward even when they're trying to keep a sensible distance. They can't help it. You're their flame and they are very much the moth in this scenario. And then, they might even feel you are their twin flame. Now I want to be careful here because twin flame energy is something I take seriously, and I don't throw that term around lightly. But Spirit is confirming that this person has had that thought about you. That feeling of I have known this soul before. This isn't random. This isn't coincidence. That bone-deep sense of recognition that goes beyond logic or explanation. Whether or not the twin flame label resonates with you personally, what Spirit is communicating is that the depth of what this person feels for you exists on a soul level. This isn't surface. This isn't casual. This is something that has roots. They love the way you laugh. Oh, this one. This one is so tender. Your laugh lives in their memory. They replay it. It's one of those things, like the quirky socks, like your eyes, that has been quietly filed away in that private collection they're building of everything that makes you you. And when they think about your laugh, something warm moves through them that they can't quite name or contain. And then, I wanted more. The last time they saw you, whenever that was, they didn't want it to end. They walked away wanting more time with you, more conversation, more of your energy. And then immediately after wanting more, the anxiety crept in. The second guessing. The what if I'm coming on too strong, what if I say too much, what if I mess this up entirely? So they pulled back. Not because they wanted less. But because they were terrified of wanting too much. There's also something coming through about the people around this person, their friends, their inner circle. Spirit is showing me that someone close to them, a good friend, maybe their closest confidant, is actively encouraging them. Like nudging them. Telling them, just go talk to them. Just say something. You've got this. Their friends can see what this person feels even when this person is trying to play it cool. And the people who know them best are rooting for them to just take the leap. So they have support around them. They're not navigating this alone. They're just, still gathering the nerve. And now Spirit wants to talk about you for a moment, because this reading isn't only about them. It's about the energy you're carrying and why it affects this person so profoundly. You are someone who is deeply in touch with your own feelings. You lead with emotional intelligence. You know who you are. You're grounded in yourself in a way that a lot of people spend their whole lives chasing. And that groundedness, that quiet self-possession, is incredibly magnetic to someone who is currently feeling completely unmoored by their own emotions. You're confident. Not in a loud, performative way, but in that steady, I know my own worth kind of way. And you're warm with it. Loving. Generous with your affection and your energy. Maybe you're a hugger. Maybe you show love through small physical gestures, a hand on someone's shoulder, a genuine smile that reaches your eyes. That warmth is something this person feels the moment they're near you. You might also have a little fire in you, a sassiness, a playfulness, a wit that catches people off guard in the best way. And they absolutely love that about you too. The softness and the spark. The sweetness and the edge. You are, in their eyes, completely extraordinary. And not just in some abstract way, in that specific, detailed, I notice everything about this particular person and every single thing I notice makes me feel something kind of way. Spirit is wrapping this section with one final message that I felt so deeply when it came through. They wear their heart on their sleeve, even when they're trying not to. And I think that's the most honest summary of where this person is right now. They're trying to be measured. Trying to be careful. Trying not to give too much away before they're ready. But their heart keeps leaking through anyway, in the way they look at you, in the way their body reacts to your presence, in the way they almost said the thing and couldn't quite stop themselves from getting that close. They are not good at hiding this. And deep down, I think part of them doesn't really want to be. Alright, we're moving into the final stretch of this reading, and honestly, Spirit saved some of the most specific, personal confirmations for right here at the end. So stay with me, because some of these details are going to land in a way that might genuinely surprise you. Let's talk about some of the signs and numbers coming through first. I'm picking up on the 12th of any month, could be a birthday, could be an anniversary, could just be a date that carries weight for someone in this situation. Also the 4th, so April, or the 4th of any month. The 6th is coming through as well, which connects to June energy. And then the 5th, May birthdays, May energy. Take whatever of those lands for you and leave the rest. For zodiac placements, I'm getting Libra, Capricorn, Leo, and Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Again, this could be you or the person on your mind. Sometimes these signs show up for both people in a connection, which actually makes a lot of sense given how mirrored and magnetic this particular energy feels. If none of those resonated, that's completely okay. Energy doesn't always show up through dates and signs. Sometimes it arrives through symbols, and that's where things get really interesting. So let's go into the charms, because Spirit always brings through the most delightfully unexpected confirmations this way. First up, music notes. There is something significant about music in this connection. Maybe this person has sent you a song, or thought about sending you one. Maybe music is something you both share, a playlist, a concert, a band you both love. Or perhaps one of you is actually musical, plays an instrument, writes songs, or has a deep personal relationship with music as a form of emotional expression. This person may even be in a band or perform in some capacity. Whatever the specific detail, music is a thread woven into this connection somehow, and Spirit wants you to notice it. Then, a unicorn. And I just love this, because it is so you. You are genuinely rare. Not rare in the way people say it as a compliment without really meaning it, but rare in the way that means you are a specific, irreplaceable kind of person that this world doesn't produce very often. Your combination of warmth, depth, playfulness, confidence, and that particular magic that is just yours, it's not something this person has encountered before. You are, to them, something they didn't know existed until you showed up. Next, an Eye of Ra or Egyptian energy. Someone here has a strong connection to Egyptian symbolism, mythology, or aesthetic. Maybe you have a tattoo along these lines. Maybe you've always felt inexplicably drawn to ancient Egypt, past life energy, perhaps. Spirit is also bringing through the possibility of actual past life royalty, because right alongside the Egyptian symbol comes a crown. And that crown isn't just about a possible past life. It's about the energy you carry right now. You have a regalness about you. A dignity. Something that makes people instinctively treat you with a certain kind of reverence even if they can't explain why. You walk into a room and something shifts. People notice. This person certainly does. Now I'm just going to reach in and grab a handful of additional charms because Spirit is insisting there's more, and when Spirit insists, I listen. Blossoming love. Oh, this is gorgeous. And it's so perfectly timed for where this connection actually is right now. Because that's exactly what this is, something that is in the process of opening. Like a flower that hasn't fully bloomed yet but is so clearly, undeniably on its way. The petals are separating. The color is coming through. You can already see what it's going to be, and it is beautiful. There's a little heart nestled inside that flower symbol, which Spirit is pointing to specifically. Heart energy is alive and growing inside this connection, even in the silence, even in the almost said moments, even in the pulling back and the hesitating. The love is there. It has been there. It's just waiting for the right moment to fully open. Possible tattoo confirmations coming through here too, a heart tattoo, a flower tattoo of any variety. Sunflower, rose, any bloom really. If you or this person has ink along these lines, consider that a personal wink from Spirit. Then, the Vitruvian Man. When this symbol appears, Spirit is always communicating the same essential truth: everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There is a divine precision to timing that we don't always understand from where we're standing. What feels like hesitation, what feels like almost but not quite, what feels like frustrating delay, it is all part of a larger design that is perfectly, mathematically balanced. Nothing about this connection is off track. Nothing has been lost. Everything that is meant to happen between you two is still very much in motion. Trust the timing. Even when it's maddening. Especially then. And then, plump lips. Spirit never wastes a symbol, and this one is direct. This person thinks about kissing you. Not in a passing, fleeting way, but in a lingering, they've imagined it more than once kind of way. Your mouth, your smile, the way your lips move when you talk, it's something they've noticed with an awareness that goes well beyond friendly. They are thinking about closing that distance between you in the most tender, intimate way possible. And they think you are outstanding. That word came through specifically. Not just attractive, not just nice, outstanding. Like you genuinely stand above the ordinary in their eyes. Now the Lover's card appeared, and alongside it, Instant Crush and Twin Flames both showed up simultaneously. And I want to sit with this for a moment because it's significant. The Lovers isn't just a romance card. At its deepest level, it's about recognition. That soul-level moment of looking at someone and feeling something ancient and knowing stir inside you. And Spirit is confirming that this person experienced exactly that with you, possibly from the very first time they laid eyes on you. Something clicked into place. Something said, "Oh, it's you." Twin flame energy is confirmed here again, and I want to say this gently but clearly, whether or not you subscribe to the concept of twin flames, what Spirit is communicating is that this person feels a bond with you that defies casual explanation. They feel chosen by this connection, even as it terrifies them. Even as they stumble over their own courage trying to express it. And then, don't let go. Those words came through so clearly, and they're coming from this person's energy directly. Like even in their silence, even in their hesitation, even in all the almost said things, underneath all of it is this quiet, fierce, "Please don't let go of this. Please don't give up on me while I'm finding my courage." They're not gone. They haven't lost interest. They haven't moved on. They are right there, still feeling everything, still working up to the moment when they finally say what they've been holding. And finally, a little mushroom appeared, and I just smiled because sometimes Spirit has the most charmingly unexpected sense of humor. Maybe you love mushrooms, as food, as an aesthetic, as one of those things you're just inexplicably fond of. Maybe you have a little mushroom figurine somewhere or you're drawn to that whole cottagecore, whimsical energy. Whatever it means specifically to you, take it as a little signature, a personal hello from Spirit saying yes, this reading was for you. So let me bring this all together now, because I want to leave you with something solid to carry with you after this reading ends. Here is what Spirit wants you to know, distilled into its purest form. There is someone in your life who is deeply, quietly, almost overwhelmingly in love with your energy. They have been carrying something significant, something they came very close to saying out loud, and the weight of it is pressing on them more with every passing day. They are not pulling away because they feel less. They are pulling away because they feel more than they know how to hold right now. Their body gives them away. Their eyes give them away. Their friends are encouraging them. Their own heart is pushing them forward even as their fear holds them back. And Spirit says, something is shifting. The pressure has been building long enough. The feelings have grown too large to stay contained much longer. The next time you're in the same space together, something is going to be different. You may feel it before it even happens, that charged, electric sense that this time, something is finally going to break open. Be open to it when it comes. Because this person? They are working their way to you. Slowly, imperfectly, vulnerably, but genuinely. And what they're bringing when they finally arrive is something real. If this reading spoke to your heart today, if you felt seen, if something in here made you catch your breath or nod your head, please give this video some love. Like it, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and leave me a comment below. I read them. I genuinely do. And knowing this landed for you means everything. If you're not yet part of this community, come join us. Subscribe and stay. Because Spirit keeps bringing through messages that are meant for specific people, and you being here today was not an accident. Thank you so much for trusting me with your energy today. For showing up and opening yourself to what the cards and Spirit had to share. You are so deeply loved. More than you know. Sending you warmth, light, and every good thing, until next time. Strawberry Sparkles.